Hello everyone, Commander Echo here, and so while I was asleep, they revealed the newest season for Rainbow Six Siege, Operation Ember, and I thought, if I'm gonna watch it, might as well record a reaction video, make a video out of it. It looks like it's gonna be an awesome season. Phantom Sight was absolute garbage. All the bugs, and then there was those on PC who had all the hacker issues and all the leaks and stuff. So since we don't know much about this, or at least I don't, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. Also, one of the operators is Mexican. I don't know if it's the attacker or the defender, but I myself am Mexican, and so I'm kind of excited to see what they do there. I know maybe there'll be a new main, but yeah, so we'll get into reacting to this video. Operation Ember Rise. Oh, this girl again.
And everyone watching the Siege Maker.
From the 6th Invitational.
My name is Caitlin, I'm your panel host, and this is Operation Ember Rise. Now let's get started by watching this quick video by Ubisoft News.
Oh, okay. Let's just change to a video.
Operation
Damn!
Ember Rise is bringing that super hot fire to Rainbow Six Siege with 2 new operators and a newly reworked map.
Yep, rework of Canal.
Bringing the heat is Goyo, who can use his Vulcan shields to create strategic cover points, deny entry to the attacking team, and serve up the occasional operator flambe.
Damn!
The attacker rising to the challenge is Amaru. Her Gara hook can quickly zip her up to rooftops, exterior windows, open hatches, and skylights. We've got the details you need to know about the new operators, as well as
holy crap, this is so sick.
Canal map. First up is Goyo.
Super.
This operator from Mexico's FES unit is a
Yeah!
who can rapidly deploy his Vulcan shields to stymie incoming attackers. The Vulcan shield shares all the attributes of a deployable shield, including the new look and the new snap to doorways feature.
Yes!
But the Vulcan shield has a surprise.
Dude, that's dope!
Anytime Goyo, his teammates, or even the attacking team sets off the incendiary core attached to the back
Oh,
of the
Maestro
Vulcan
can shut it
shield,
off.
there's a small explosion, followed by a prolonged "oh my god, it's all on fire" effect that you definitely don't want to try running through.
That's amazing!
Triggered by damaging the core directly or destroying the shield entirely. So Goyo doesn't necessarily have to stick around and be the one to set it off.
That's great.
In fact,
That's brilliant.
Medium speed, medium armor operator
2-2
quite deadly while either roaming with
the Vector
45 ACP or hunkering down with the TCSG-12
and the
shotgun. If
TCSG.
things go bad, his shields are still a threat even after he's been killed.
Holy
especially
crap!
When paired with a Capcan trap.
Oh my
The threat goes both
goodness.
ways. While Thatcher's EM
So you see, Cool Dopey Squid, or Dylan as you may know him from my videos, is a Capcan main. So me and him are gonna have some amazing moments.
P grenades and Twitch's drone can't disable the incendiary core, and IQ can't detect it. The Vulcan shield is still a deployable shield at heart, meaning it can be destroyed, and the explosion triggered by a frag grenade.
Yeah, I was gonna
or
say.
Ash's breaching round. You could also use Zophia's
I'm not gonna. You see, they're showing the attackers like loadout stuff. I'm trying not to look at it. I want that to be a surprise. And that shield ability is great, but then the loadout with the Vector, like that's such a good submachine gun. And then also the TCSG, which is such an amazing shotgun as well. I didn't see a secondary, but did I see the SMG, the one that Smoke and Mute have? I don't know. Anyway.
Grenade.
You see, that's actually so good, because you see when I play with Matthew, one of my other mates, he's in one of the Siege videos and for like a clip, but he likes to use a lot of the deployable shields and put like Legions and Frost behind them. But now with this operator, he's gonna love this.
Or
Gotta like the video.
Sledge's hammer.
Shame Sledge.
On top of that,
Dude.
anyone with a clear line of sight to the incendiary core can set it off, meaning a poorly placed Vulcan shield can work against the defending team.
Okay, that's good. That's
the goal
awesome.
with Goyo is to leverage the power of the Vulcan shield.
Okay, he seems to deploy the shields a lot faster too.
Deny entry to enemies at critical moments, or simply buy your team some time early on. When the attackers are pushing,
Is that
when the
that's the
round is
attacker?
coming
Dang
to
it.
an end, Trigger your Volcan shields to keep them away from the objective or cover your flank. A well-timed
That's
Volcan
good.
explosion can be the difference between lighting up the scoreboard or going down in flames.
Dude, that's gonna be chaotic as hell, man.
While Goyo seeks to impede the movement of his enemies,
Goyo.
Peruvian attacker Amaru can get around the map like no operator before. This is her Gara hook, and it lets her zip to any repellable ledge or window to quickly position herself where defenders aren't expecting her to be. And once she's inside the building, the Gara hook lets her travel up through open hatches.
Okay, so something to also point out that they're still reusing guns from previous operators. So I was kind of hoping for some new guns, kind of hoping for them, but I mean, I guess not. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like, they have a good loadout. But
And
okay.
skylights. That's a first.
You see, so when I had heard when I saw the trailer for the new operator for the attacker, the one where they're in the area where also Jaeger's operator video is from. They showed like the grapple hook, right? And I thought, okay, I kind of thought of Black Ops 4. But then I thought, well, if they're gonna go through hatches, you're just gonna be able to see the rappel. But that is just you can barely even see it. I thought it would be like something you shoot upwards, but no, it's not that. So that makes me happy. But I can see a bit of a recharge on there, and I thought I saw like out of 3. So if she can only use it 3 times, that's kind of lame. But if there's a recharge, like after 3 times, then that seems better. But we'll see.
Rainbow Six Siege
And she has the Supernova shotgun. I don't know that shotgun. That isn't the same shotgun Vigil and Dokvi have, right? It might be.
Defenders will have to adjust their strategy accordingly or pay the price. When it comes to choosing your destination,
And this is the new canal. It looks so good.
the Gara
my
hook
goodness.
makes it easy, clearly showing what it can or could grapple to. You can't
Okay,
grapple
that's
to
cool.
something that's too far away or too far below your position, but you can use the hook for horizontal traversal, as long as you're entering a window. Once inside a building, you can't target
Dude.
anything but open hatches and skylights. Hook will instantly break a wooden barricade on a window. A castle barricade will prevent you from even targeting it.
So you see on maps like, I'm thinking Consulate, when you're defending the upstairs site, that you'd need to bring a castle now. Because she can just jump in. I mean, of course, if you're good enough, you'll be able to shoot her. But still, she jumps in, she could get 1 or 2 kills. And that would be super powerful. So castles seem to become a bit more of a better pick.
And a closed hatch will need to be opened before you can ascend through it.
Okay. That must be a new shotgun. Or I don't play shotguns anyway, so I don't know. But
Amaru's Supernova or ITA-12S shotguns will come in handy if
oh,
defenders
okay. She has the same shotgun sidearm that Mira does. That's cool. That's a good. It's okay for destructions.
those
I like
hatches
it.
unreinforced. This makes Gara hook entry a bit noisy, so team communication and good droning are all the more valuable. Amaru doesn't pull her gun up until landing from the grapple, so she's completely vulnerable
Okay, SMG-11 or the shotgun. That's good picks. That's really good picks.
to Capcan and frost traps lying in wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say because in the operator trailer she like jumps a bit farther than the actual window, so I was thinking like, oh, could she be immune to frost traps? But no, that's
Not to
good.
mention any defenders who may have heard her entry coming. Operators who can give her a quick buff, like Finka, or use their gadgets to distract
What is that aim?
defenders
Even on console, that's terrible aim.
like Ying or Dokebi are strong pairings for Amaru. But with medium
Ooh.
speed, medium armor, and a G8A1
Oh, so they're both 2-2s.
LMG in her hand,
Okay, she's got IQ's LMG, which is a good LMG. Okay, these guys have better guns than the previous ops, like Nook and Warden. Their loadouts were pretty crap, to be honest. Oh, so she only looks like she gets 3 grapples. Okay.
hands. Amaru is a well-rounded and very mobile force to be.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. recording software glitched out there for a second. Big oof. Anyway, let's
And
get back to
a
this.
G8A1 LMG in her hands.
That's cool.
Amaru is a well-rounded and very mobile force to be reckoned with.
Okay. Like they've completely changed Canal. Like this looks great. I don't know if it's any bigger though, because it is one of the smaller maps in the game. But let's see what they do.
All this action has been taking place on the newly reworked Canal map.
Yeah, boy.
The map is still split between two buildings, but an additional bridge has been added to increase building-to-building movement options.
Oh, thank you, Ubisoft. Oh yes, I'm telling you, if you hold down that one bridge, people coming from the other building won't be able to get anywhere near it. So that's good. No.
There are fewer windows around objective sites, and the rooftops have been
Fewer windows, yes.
reconfigured to make runouts more risky. And additional staircases and color coding throughout both buildings have been added for more rotation options and easier callouts.
You see, in the map, just looks so much like this. This seems like an entirely new map. Like unlike Cafe, whereas like even though the changes were big, it was there was still what do you call it? The changes were kind of minimal compared to what this is looking like. I'm excited for that.
The reworked Canal map will be free for all players when Operation Ember Rise launches. The two new operators, Goyo and Amaru, will be immediately available for Year 4 pass.
Aha! She melees them when she goes through, just like when you repelled. That's so cool. I can't wait to absolute smash some casual players. Oh no, see, now everything's this. No, I can't wait to smash casual players with that who are just looking out a window and just yoink. And also in customs, that'd be amazing. No, but it does look like she only gets to use it 3 times, so that, I don't know. I know repel kind of makes more sense to be able to use it more, but we'll see. Maybe a sort of refresh thing. You use it 3 times and it has to refresh. We'll see.
Holders and all other players can unlock them 7 days later with Renown or R6 credits. For more on Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
I don't know about the upright icons though. I mean, it makes sense, but you'll have to get used to them. It's always a thing to get used to.
Now, to talk about Operation Ember Rise, I am joined by Senior Level Designer Jeremy Dowsett, as well as Presentation Director Alex Kaprasis. Now that we are in North Carolina, Alex, how does it feel to be back here at a major?
It's beautiful, it's sunny out, it's a great time to talk about Season 3.
And we will be saving all of your operator intel for the second half of the panel, as usual. And Jeremy, any interesting run-ins with bourbon and barbecue?
There's been a few run-ins with barbecue pretty much every night. The food here is amazing. Just everyone I've met is so lovely to talk to. It's such a great place to be.
All right, well, let's get started with your map, which is the Canal rework. This is the latest
go.
rework to come, the last one being Cafe. And this is one of the original maps of Siege. Now, Canal has not been available in the ranked playlist for almost 2 years, so since September 2017. So many of you will be happy to know that with this rework, Canal will be coming back to ranked.
That's correct. We've gone through top to bottom on this map, and we've.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of thought it would come back to ranked now that they're focusing on bomb. So I'm looking at how they do it, because this map is absolute a hellhole for bomb and casual. Like, just the sights are terrible. So now that they're focusing on bomb with ranked, this is going to be interesting. I wonder if it'll be available in Pro League. We'll see.
Totally reworked it. Obviously, adding a new bomb site makes it ranked compatible. But if we talk about the problems of the map,
Yeah, you see how they've covered all those entrances and stuff, so that spawn peaks aren't so great. That's good. That's good. But I don't know if the death run game mode will still be as good. It probably will be. We'll have to see. Okay, in case you don't know what that is, upcoming video. Make sure to subscribe to look out for it. Shameless plug.
We've gone through, we've re-looked at navigation, we've looked at sound, we've looked at lighting.
Yeah,
it's gonna feel like a comfy pair of slippers, but it has, a new spice to it, that's for sure.
So first, let's compare it to the
metal
Cafe
detectors.
rework, to get kind of a scope of this project.
I'm pretty sure we have
this
this on the
seen
map
Canal
anyway.
ranked so much for so long. Presumably, it would.
That is nice. That makes it a lot. Oh, the navigation. Oh man. Okay, this season is looking up to be better than Burnt Horizon already.
Would have required a more thorough overhaul. And you worked on this for 9 months, almost a year.
It was about 9 months worth of work. The team and I started working
Wow.
around Paris Major time last year. So it's been 9 months of looking at the map, taking it apart, and obviously trying to fix all of the issues with it.
So speaking about the issues, let's start breaking those down. Now, the most obvious problem that Canal had was the choke points.
Yes.
Canal is one building to the east, one to the west, and before there was just one bridge connecting both buildings. How was this addressed?
The
That
first
looks
thing
so
we did
nice.
is we added a bridge off.
See, this is looking a lot like Tower, at least the sort of design behind it, and I like that. Tower is one of the nicest looking maps in my opinion. This is sort of futuristic look, especially with operators like this. I think it's just gonna have a really nice feel to it.
Of control room, which now gives the new rooftop access as well. So you have two bridges. You have the original bridge still in the same place as it always has been, and then there's a new bridge 1 floor up. So that aids in the rotation.
Okay.
The other thing we did is we went through and we added stairs. We know that 2 sets of stairs or 2 flights of stairs are always much better than 1 flight of stairs. So we've added an extra set of stairs into both buildings.
So now
That's
each
great.
building has 2 stairs, and of course the choke point has been pretty opened up in the middle.
What's happened now is when you go and play, and obviously it comes out soon, it's much more of a roamer-friendly map, and the rounds play an awful lot more differently than they used to, because the way the rounds played
Okay, that's a lot bigger. That's nice.
was people would wait to the last minute, and then they would basically just rush in and smoke or whatever. So now what you're going to find is people are clearing the building. They're actually going because they can actually get to the objective rather than waiting outside.
All right, and then we should also talk about the other elephant in the room, which was the spawn peaks. One of your favorite things to address.
Yeah, after the closet window in Villa, sprint yeet the C4 towards fountains. I learned from that one quite well. So what we've done is we've gone through and we've looked at all of the runouts and the runout possibilities, and we've made sure that anyone that wants to run out will be detected before they get to the edge of the roof, in most cases.
Oh, that is so good. Except for if you have a 3-speed. But I mean, then of course they don't have access to ACOG. So that is a very welcome change. Very welcomed.
So if you really have your heart set on running out, you still can, but you'll be detected, so it turns into more of a 1v1 scenario.
It still can be done. Yesterday we were playing with a bunch of the creators, and they will run out on you, and they did. But it becomes a one-on-one. It's possible, but it's dangerous.
Right, so it's a little bit more skill, which I think is what you're going for.
Yes.
All right, awesome. And then, of course, as you mentioned, Canal also
so
received a lot of the
nice.
same upgrades that the cafe rework had, which is like sound propagation, destruction is a lot more clear now, lighting updates as well.
We've got.
Yeah, I was gonna say the lighting looks so much nicer.
The team went through and did an amazing job, the art team especially, going through and color coding the stairs. The sound team did a great job because it is a big map and there's a lot of doorways and windows. So we went through and we touched everything. There's a lot of line of sight floors now, so you can play, you can defend from below. So it's actually really quite fun, and it's quite balanced. I enjoy playing.
Oh, they've made that extended. It's part of the inside. Okay, that's awesome. Got some nice wetsuits over there. Yoink.
I guess in your words, our team actually went rogue.
Yeah, we had a. I wouldn't say they went. Yeah, they went.
Dude,
rogue.
that's
So
great.
what
Oh,
happened
a
is,
ladder going
as we've
downstairs.
changed metrics over the seasons, basically we had to move all of the walls by 5 centimeters. That means they had to touch the shell anyway. And whilst they were rejinking the shell, they just went through and redid the entire thematics of the buildings, and it looks absolutely superb.
And so we'll
It
see when we're
does.
going through the map that
Oh,
when a wall is
like a
destructible, not only does it
submarine.
look destructible, but there are those markings on
That's
the ground, just
dope.
for anyone who's new to the game or has kind of issues about looking for destructibility. So now what we're going to do is we are going
Dude,
to
that
start
looks
breaking
so
down
nice.
every single bomb site on Canal. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for walking us through the Canal rework. Again, I'm sure many
Okay.
people are going to be very happy to know that this map is coming back to ranked.
I hope it's always a very nervous time for the dev team. I really hope that the community loves it, and I'm sure that even though I've tried to stop all of the spawn peaks, I'm sure that someone's going to find one somewhere. But that's the beauty of the community. They always learn, and I learn from them.
Well, you'll be able to play the new Canal rework.
Yep, and all the hackers learn from them too, huh? Huh? You do that, don't you?
Starting tomorrow, Monday, August 19th on the test server. So get out there
Okay.
and make Jeremy and his team proud. And now we will move on to the 2 new operators of the season. Now these operators are unlike any ones that have been released before because they really encourage player creativity and you can play them how you really want to. Now by this what I mean is that with Amaru, you can attack however you want, and with Goyo, it doesn't matter if you prefer anchoring or roaming because you can do both with him even in the same round. So to talk about this, we have Alex.
Hello, Kaylin.
So let's get to the bottom of who Amaru.
Listen to the way he says
Talk about
that.
this, we have Alex.
Hello, Kaylin.
Okay, I don't know about you, but that sounds like he's... I don't know. I think he's kinda keen.
So let's get to the bottom of who Amaru is first. Who is Amaru?
Okay, backstory,
Right,
let's
so
go.
Amaru is an operator we really haven't seen before. She comes from a civilian background, not a traditional CTU, and she's made it her life's mission to protect her heritage, to fight against traffickers of antiquities, and this has really been her strong goal.
So someone who's very morally strong and fights for what she believes is right.
Absolutely.
And let's move on then to her gadget first. So do you want to introduce the gadgets for players?
Yeah, of course. So the Gara hook. This is something that she actually made herself, and as you can see, she gets from point A to point B incredibly fast.
Very fast. How fast?
The travel time is about 7.5 meters per second.
And we'll get into that a little bit later on. And so the hook outside, it works on ledges, skylights, windows, and inside it works on hatches. So she is the very first operator who can ascend up through hatches.
Yes, and like Jeremy was saying before, this kind of changes things up now for defenders, whether or not you have to reinforce those hatches on defense.
So with so many options of how to attack a site with her, what kind of player would be drawn to Amaru?
Someone who really enjoys creativity. This is the first operator that's not really based on a role, it's based on movement, and we haven't seen that before. So there's going to be a lot of freedom with that, and I think players who are very well accustomed to our maps will really enjoy it.
So creative players, and again, it doesn't really matter what operator you go out with because she has synergy with all operators, really.
It's really about playing with your team, making sure that they're droning so that you know where you're going, where you need to be. It'll be a really good team play operator.
Alright, so let's talk about her loadout. Starting with her primary loadout, Amaru comes with either a Supernova or a G8A1, so a shotgun or an LMG. And what's interesting about this is that the Supernova now comes with a silencer attachment, and the LMG has an angled foregrip. Now, the silencer, that's not for sneaky shotgun kills, is it, Alex?
Not really. So for hatches, you have to break them first in order to get up them. So the silencer just helps her be not announcing her position as well.
Okay. That's a pretty good loadout. I actually really like the GA-A1 LMG, even though normally you'd run the AUG on IQ. Running the LMG is pretty sick, but the Supernova, I've never used it, not even once. I don't think I've even equipped it, even once. So it's interesting. Claymore and Recharge. Claymore's cool. That's pretty sick.
Loudly as before, and then with the LMG, having that new angled foregrip means that she can ready the weapon a little bit quicker.
Right, because she'll probably be popping up from a hatch, maybe literally on site.
Yep.
And you don't want to spend a year bringing that gun up to your face.
Absolutely.
Alright, and so for her secondary loadout, she has the option of taking either a shotgun again, which is the IDA 12S, or an SMG, the SMG 11. And what's great here is that even if you take the LMG for your primary, you still have the option of taking a shotgun so that you can still open up hatches, because they have to be opened up in order to use the Gara hook on them.
Right, that's our designers just making sure that you have some options to play with and that everything fits with her kit.
So
So you see, I could see like better players using the SMG. They're like, if you see Pengu gameplay with that SMG, man, he's so good with that. Like, you can kind of tell he's a bit of a smoke main. So I can imagine like pro players using the Supernova and the SMG. But then again, the LMG is just, in my opinion, such a good gun. So I don't know. I'll probably be running the LMG and the sidearm shotgun.
her secondary gadget options are either breaching charges or Claymore. The claymore is really useful if you need someone to watch your flank. So if you're zipping around the map, going through hatches, and you're worried that a defender might follow you through the hatches, then it's useful to put down a claymore to warn you of that.
Right, and if you want the breaching charge, this opens new ways to flank, to move through some of the jungle of a map to make sure that you get to the objective quickly.
So both of them are good picks overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so then let's talk about what I'm sure people are waiting for, and that is how do you counter Amaru? And we'll first touch on the strongest counter to her, which is Castle.
Castle, absolutely. He reinforces the windows so that an Amaru can't break it with just her gadget. She'll need help from a teammate, or if she wants to use a breaching charge on it, that would actually slow down incredibly a lot.
And then after Castle,
Okay.
good picks against Amaru are trap operators.
Yeah, so if the attacking team isn't droning, they're not checking what's beyond that window, what's beyond that hatch, Amaru could get stuck really easily. You just place them underneath those
Oh.
windows.
And then a really strong counter to her is actually just map awareness and sound awareness.
Right, so the design team spent a lot of time with this, making sure that the window is broken so that you can hear her reeling in. It gives a little bit of time for the defenders to anticipate this. And so if you have that one-on-one confrontation with an Amaru bursting through a window, usually the Amaru will lose 70% of the time just because of the noise she makes and the readying time of her weapon.
So she is a very fast operator, as we mentioned, but you do have the ability to hear her when she's coming and do
Right.
something about it.
Right, so it becomes important for an Amaru player to play smart, not too aggressive.
How do you miss with that shotgun? Echo! Yo, boy! Yeah, I actually got called out to play this. No, it's a joke.
And really use roaming and quick speed to pop up one place and disappear and re-move somewhere else.
All right, let's move on to the second operator of the season then, which is Goyo. Who is Goyo, Alex?
So Goyo has had a bit of a tragic past. He lost his father and his son, brother at a very young age. So it was his mother who
Damn.
raised him, and his mother's best friend, who actually happened to be Amaru. So Amaru took him under her wing, taught him everything he knows, and that's why they have such a close friendship.
Yeah, I don't mean to add to the heat puns, but just looking at the graphics and everything, you can see that there's this like warmth between them and this connection.
Yes, so we'll actually have more to tell about their friendship, and you'll see it more with the CG that we'll be releasing right before the season starts.
Ooh! An animation. Yes! 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 You can be sure I'll be reacting to that, man. Damn. Like the last one they had with Thatcher was just so dope, and I've been like a Thatcher main. Well, almost like a Thatcher main for so long because of it.
All right, let's talk about Goyo's gadget then, which is the Vulcan shield.
Right, so he gets 3 of these. These are the new deployable shields that will be dropping in the season as well. He attaches this canister that can be triggered by a ballistic or by an explosion, and it's really used to funnel attackers into one choke point, trigger it, and delay as much time as possible.
So let's just touch on a few things about the shield. From the front, it looks like a
Oh.
completely normal deployable shield.
Right, so already you have mind games where the attacking side sees the shield, they have to drone it out to figure out if it is a Goyo shield or not, and then they have to deal with it.
Right, because if you start
Yeah,
looking over it,
boy!
a defender can
That's
see
They'll be in
sick.
trouble, yeah.
it. And then, much like Mira's canisters on her black mirrors, if you, well, anyone can shoot it. However, unlike Black Mirror's, unlike Mira's black mirrors,
That's me.
Twitch drones cannot shoot.
Dude. That's actually amazing. I think I have a new main on defense. Far out.
explosive
That's
on the back of
sick.
it.
Right, so electricity does not affect it.
Right. So don't think that you're going to be getting those early phase prep kills.
Right, that's specifically why the designers made sure that doesn't happen.
All right, so let's talk about his loadout. Goyo
Yeah.
has 2 options of very strong guns to pick. He can take either the Vector 45 or the TC-SG-12.
Right, and so the shotgun actually comes with an ACOG, which means he can have very long lines of sight,
Yeah.
triggering his canisters. And both weapons actually play well with his ability to either anchor or roam. Because his canister
P229. What's it? Oh, and a nitro. Okay, new main. You can be sure. Yep. Goyo's menu main.
Are deployed by anyone, he can start out as an anchor and place those shields, and maybe he can rotate somewhere else, and the teammate can actually trigger the shield.
Right, so that's a really good time to talk about how, with Goyo, you can be an anchor or a roamer with him, and you can make that decision mid-game, even
getting
in the
cold.
exact same round that you're in.
Right, and both his weapons work out super well with that. The Vector is a strong weapon either way, however you play it, and the shotgun too can be quite versatile.
Especially with the ACOG, you can use that roaming.
Yes, absolutely.
And then for his secondary loadout, he has a pistol, which is useful for getting those vertical shots on his shield in order to set it off.
Yep, it's just a good default standby to trigger those shields.
Now for his secondary gadgets, his options are IFT4 or impacts. Of course, impacts are great for roaming, but they're also good for setting up good angles on his shields on site, so that either he can hit them or a defender can hit them while he's off site.
Right. So impacts can trigger the shields, and he can be a bit more protected without exposing his location. And then you have C4, which is, again, a great fragging tool that you can have in your kit.
Yeah,
I'm sure
man.
some people would never dare take the impacts over the C4.
Yep, and that's totally their choice. How you want to play Goyo is up to you.
So let's talk about his counters then. Countering Goyo is really about making the best use of your utility.
Right.
So these operators that we're seeing now that counter Goyo, like Ash and Zofia, how they counter him is by swapping one charge of their gadget for one charge of Goyo's gadget. So it's kind of one utility for one utility. It's not the most cost-effective way, but it's a quick option to get rid of his shield.
Actually, I haven't been looking at how many of those shields he has. Hopefully he has like 3. I'd say 3 is the minimum you should have. Yeah.
That's right. If you come across the shield, you don't want to be delaying any time for your team. So these are 2 great options to quickly deal with it.
And then moving on to...
So you see, now you have to use another Zofia charge or Ash charge onto one of his shields instead of on, say, a Maestro camera. Because you see, if you bring a Zofia along, you need 2 of her lifelines to take out Maestro's cameras. If you, like, of course, if you're pushing a bomb sign, there's only 1 Maestro, and then you're fine. But still, that's going to be me having to take an Ash, like Ash and a Zofia if you have to, especially because if you can have like 3 shields or something.
do kind of a similar counter to Goyo, using consumables. So using...
Yeah, boy. My man, killing someone again, killing Alpha. No idea who that is.
frags to take out the shields is another way you can get rid of them.
Right, and it means that you don't have to rely on that Ash or Zofia. You can have some versatility in dealing with these stalling tactics.
But one of the most cost-effective ways of dealing with Goyo is taking operators like Buck or Sledge, and then using the charges on their gadget to get verticality on Goyo's shield, and then just shooting it.
Yeah, and this becomes really important for a good Goyo player to make sure they're placing these shields in places that you can't get those line of sights vertically. You can't destroy the floors and then get that nice angle on it.
And of course, just anyone shooting it with a bullet is very cost-effective.
That will absolutely do it.
So that is the first look at both Amaru and Goyo. Both of these operators will also be available to play starting tomorrow, Monday, August 19th on the test server. And
Let's
now we're going to
go.
talk about other upcoming features of the season. More with Alex.
Yeah, and we have a lot of them.
Yes, there are a lot. We'll start with player behavior changes first, though.
Right, so the player behavior team has been working really hard on some quick fixes that actually really improve the game. So at the start of the season, what you'll see is leaving escalation penalties. So if somebody's been leaving quite frequently, we'll step up the penalty that's applied to them.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
It should encourage players to not leave intentionally. On top of that, we also have, we'll be detecting if somebody is AFK at the start of the prep phase, and if they have the diffuser, they'll actually drop it automatically at the start of the round. That will...
Oh, Ubisoft. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's amazing. That's actually great.
way you don't have to team kill to get that diffuser on your team. Then, during Season 3, we'll be introducing a couple more changes, which is squads and reverse friendly fire. So, we know we've been listening to the community feedback. Reverse friendly fire has been working really well, but there is this failing where squads can team up on one individual player. They can pick on them, and they don't get a sanction applied. So now we'll be talking about the squad as a total. We'll be getting that reverse friendly fire sanction
that's cool.
as a group.
So it's especially appreciated if you're someone who solo queues a lot.
Yeah, these are really small changes that make a big difference.
Oh yeah,
And now
totally.
let's talk about upcoming changes to the playlists.
Yes, so
Ooh,
we started last season with a lot of changes for ranked, and that's really our end game content. We want players to be playing ranked playlists. It's the most rewarding, it's the most competitive, and we want to make sure that we help players get to that content. So one of the changes we're making right now is introducing a new rank called the Champions rank. This is above Diamond tier, above 5,000 MMR. Anybody who reaches above this will be assigned a number, and they'll be compared to other players who have the same rank. Then we're talking about rank distribution.
Imagine coming across one of those in console. But also, I'm thinking the Pro League players will have like, I don't know, how many tiers of that. Damn.
We've changed it up a bit. You'll see the bell curve now lies a little bit closer to the silver, and we've added more ranks at the lower tiers. This way, you'll be progressing a little bit.
Oh. Silver 5? Bronze 5? Copper 5. Oh no. Okay, that's cool. Now gold only has 3 tiers. Okay, that's cool. That's a great change.
Bit more steadily, and it means that gold is a little bit more important now when you do achieve that rank. We have a change to the map pools that I know people will be excited about. So for ranked, we're actually reducing the size of the map pools. We're taking out Hereford, Theme Park, and Fortress, and we're adding the new Canal rework.
Dude, that's sad. I mean, like, if you look at it, like, year 3, season 3 was Grim Sky, and that's when Hereford was reworked. And ever since then, it's been nearly a year, and people have been complaining about it so much. So the fact that they're removing it, that must be quite sad. They're removing Theme Park, and I'm assuming they're going to add it back in when they do the rework in season 4. And then Fortress, yeah, I'm glad. I hate Fortress.
And you also see casual will be reduced a little bit more, just so that it's easier to learn the maps that you're playing and you're well aware of what you need to do.
Yeah, so hopefully this will reduce the entry barrier to Siege, because a lot of people coming into Siege will get overwhelmed by how many maps there are. Even for people who are already playing, now you can focus on learning and mastering less maps.
Right.
Yeah,
and these
that's
are going to
great.
be our most competitive maps that we're listening to the community for. So it should help out a lot. And then one last thing to announce is a new playlist that's coming to Siege, which is the unranked playlist. This is ranked rules without all of the stress of actually playing ranked. So you now have this in between.
Yeah, boys! That's gonna be perfect for practicing. That's gonna be perfect for practice. Oh, yes.
Between casual and ranked that players can progress through and feel confident in when they want to play ranked.
So this is especially useful for people who really suffer from ladder anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so
That's-
we are also...
Because you see, I hate like solo queuing in ranked because teammates are often terrible, especially in low gold, like, and being around platinum for me, it's just annoying. So the fact that they're doing that is, I never even thought of them doing something like that. Far out, that's amazing.
We're going to announce that Siege is getting a battle pass.
Wait, what? I paused just to talk about what I think about it in a battle pass? No.
Rainbow Six Siege is getting a battle pass. In year 4, the battle pass will be deployed in 2 phases. Phase 1 is the mini battle pass, named Call Me Harry. It'll be short, 7 days and 7 tiers, and completely free.
Okay.
As you play, you earn battle points that unlock tiers and rewards. So the more you play, the more you earn. Upon completing the pass, you'll receive the unique Harry Chibi Charm. Call Me Harry will be available during Operation Ember Rise. Phase 2 is coming in Season 4 this year. It'll be a full-fledged battle pass.
Okay.
Here's how it'll work. There will be 2 tracks, a free track and an optional premium track.
Oh, okay, so they're trying to make more money. Let me so basically, they better make it that season pass holders get access to the battle pass. They better do that, or else I'm gonna get mad as hell.
You progress through both tracks by playing and earning battle points. Even if you choose not to unlock the premium
Oh wait, what was that
tracks by
reward?
playing and earning battle points. Even if you choose
Confused.
not to
Iron Maggie. That's Thatcher's shit. And that's also on his. That's not the gun I like to use, but if you can get like really nice weapon skins and stuff from this, that's gonna be awesome. Imagine if you can get. Imagine if you can get black eyes. Anyway,
unlock the premium track,
Alpha
you'll
packs.
still be able to collect rewards on the free track. So while the battle pass is
Okay.
active,
Ah.
everyone gets more
Renown boosters. That's cool.
rewards for playing. Finally, through the battle pass, you will get to learn more about Harry and the operators of Rainbow Six.
Okay. How?
Alex, tell us why Siege is getting a battle pass.
So, the battle pass that we're
To make more money.
developing is a new monetization product, but it is also important for us
Yeah.
to bring players back, that they're excited to come back, get rewarded, and we want to make sure then that the battle pass is something that's generous, something that's fair, and it's also our way of injecting more story now into the Rainbow Six universe.
And why are there
Okay.
2 phases for the battle pass?
This is something we've never done before, so we want to make sure we do it right. So Season 3, we have the smaller mini battle pass. That'll be free. That way we get feedback, we can test it out technically to make sure it works. And then Season 4, we open it up. It's a full battle pass with more tiers, more cosmetics that you can actually get rewarded for, and a bigger story that we're telling.
And the video also said that while the pass is active, you get more for playing. What does this mean exactly?
So we always want to make sure that the battle pass is inclusive. So even if you don't buy into the premium tiers, you're still getting rewarded for all of the time that you're putting into the game.
And there's character lore
Okay.
that's tied to this.
Right, so this is something that's really exciting. The pass will come with descriptions and stories about our operators, about the actual cosmetics
What?
that you win.
Okay.
Season 4 actually will have a
Yeah,
motion
Thatcher.
comic too that'll set up a prologue that will talk more about SI 2020.
Well, thank you so much, both Alex
Oh, Sixth Invitational
and
2020.
Jeremy,
Okay.
for coming and talking about the upcoming season.
Pleasure.
Absolutely welcome.
And we're not done yet, because we have an announcement from the esports team.
What? Oh, okay. Okay, so overall, this is looking to be an amazing season. Like the operators, the map, the changes that are coming, I'm honestly super excited. You can be sure that I'm going to be hopping into gameplay day that this goes live, because it's going to be around 3 weeks for the test server. Since I play on console, I won't be able to have access to the test server, but we'll have to wait for that. And you can be sure I'll be playing it. And yeah, I'm honestly really excited. This is going to be amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.